The Sultan.
Calls for aid.
Egypt.
Will answer. Muster
The Egyptians.
So far, the new Egyptian army was only used against peasant revolts. But when the Greek Revolution got out of hand, they were sent in for the first time to fight against a proper army. This was by far the biggest army Mohamed Ali had yet deployed. And leading that army would be his firstborn son, Ibrahim Pasha, who, unlike the other two sons, had survived long enough to get a portrait. Ibrahim landed in the rebel province of Moria, where most of the war operations would be conducted. The Egyptians quickly proved their worth as they defeated the Greeks in many battles and took several key cities. But despite the effectiveness of Ibrahim's army, it wasn't well received by the Ottoman court as it exposed their incompetence in conducting their own war. For starters, the Ottoman fleet and its supply chain were in shambles. Ibrahim and his father had to supply and maintain the Ottoman fleet as well as their own, as the Ottomans often docked in Alexandria instead of the much closer Anatolian harbors. When Ibrahim complained about the difficulties of supplying both fleets, the Ottoman Grand Admiral Khosrow Pasha essentially called him a housewife, which prompted Mohamed Ali to demand Khosrow's removal from command. Not because of the insult, mind you, but it just so happens that these men were mortal enemies who hated each other's guts. Another person who infuriated Ibrahim was Khosrow's protege Rashid Pasha, Wali of Rumelia, who constantly gave silly pretexts for not doing anything, that Ibrahim had this to say about him. Sir, your son Ibrahim sent this angry message. And, well, open it, let's see what's in there. Father, I came here to fight the infidels, not the Wali of Rumelia. When the Sultan got these complaints, he decided to send observers to ensure the cooperation between the leaders, which was seen by Ibrahim as sending babysitters to punish him. Seeing that his war efforts were met with ingratitude time and time again, Mohamed Ali gave an ultimatum to stop fighting if Ibrahim was not given full independent command of his army and navy. And since he was the Sultan's biggest asset in the war, the Sultan gave in and removed Khosrow from command. At this point, as the war seemed lost to the Greeks, the great European powers decided to send a fleet to support them, leading to one of the very first humanitarian interventions ever conducted in modern history. Mohamed Ali wanted to stay in good terms with the Europeans and basically begged the Sultan not to engage, especially that he might lose his hard-built fleet and receive all the blame. I have no idea why he's worried. They are clearly bluffing, and if they are not, God is on our side. Victory is not decided by the number of ships, but by the strength of men's heart. Your Highness, the fleet sank. See, what did I tell you? It's so easy, we won. No, Your Highness, it's our fleet. Our fleet sank. The entire Egyptian Ottoman fleet was destroyed and the Egyptian army was stranded. The Sultan still did not listen to requests for peaceful negotiations, instead ordering Ibrahim to burn Moria to the ground. Finding this task to be impossible and fruitless, Ibrahim signed a withdrawal agreement and noped out of Greece. The relationship between Mohamed Ali and the Sultan was never the most stable, but this war piled grudges upon grudges, built on insolence and ingratitude. And adding insult to injury, under Khosrow's influence, the Sultan denied any compensation in material or manpower, and only granted Crete instead of Syria as originally promised. It was after this campaign that Mohamed Ali refused to work with the Sultan on any military operations or training.